What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back. My name is Azrael, and we're going to be reacting to another Falling in Reverse, because I got a couple comments asking me to do that one next. I've actually never heard the original of this song. We're going to be doing a double react this evening. The first one we're going to listen to is I'm Not a Vampire by Falling in Reverse. And then we're going to be listening to its follow-up, I'm Not a Vampire Revamped. And I was told that this is in the same vein as The Drug in Me is Reimagined. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump right into the first one. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, gotta bring up the YouTubes. Ready? And here we go.
So how did you end up in rehab? Tell me a little bit about it, and you'll talk to me.
Oh, really?
Eiffel Marriott.
I'm in here.
Definitely a Paris Hilton.
It was a little bit of a misunderstanding.
I'm not an addict. I just came here looking for some friends.
I have no idea why I'm here.
This is already the Falling in Reverse that I'm used to.
When I feed, well, I can lure any woman that I want to in my
Nice.
So that was pretty cool. I like that song. Let's switch back to this while I set everything up for the next one. It's honestly kind of amazing to me how they go from, you know, that type of sound to what they do now. Oh, did not mean to start that. It just did it on its own. We can go back to this scene. It's honestly amazing to me how they went from, you know, the kind of emo punk kind of scene sound. I guess that would be kind of a cross between emo and metal, or would it be metal? I'm not sure, but how they went from that sound to the kind of hardcore rap and hardcore rock sound that they have now, and then into what the Drug in Me reimagined sounded like they're such vastly different sounds, and I don't understand how they just easily go through all those sounds. And from my understanding, Ronnie does most of the writing for the music and already like has a lot of it planned out in his head. And you've got to be almost a music genius to be able to pull that off. I've been in a couple different bands myself, and I was pretty stuck every time I was in a band, pretty stuck on just the same kind of sound. So I really like that they can go back and forth so easily. Anyways, let's get on to the next one. 6 minutes and 17 seconds. Wow. I can already tell by the way, just by this intro, like scene, this is going to be a lot more dark and gothic. Oh, and I meant to point out that that last video, the music, like the melody, the speed, and the video in and of itself, it all just seemed really fun. But the lyrics didn't sound like they would be too fun. So let's see how that transfers over to this sound. I like that intro where it's kind of like a vintage mono speaker sound for the gothic noises, like the gothic choir kind of background thing. Wow.
And mothers better lock your doors and hide your daughters.
This is such a beautiful departure from the original.
I'm insane. I can feel it in my bones, coursing through my veins. When did I become so cold? For goodness sakes, where is my self-control? If home is where my heart is, then my heart has lost all.
Oh my god. And correct me if I'm wrong, isn't that his girlfriend in the video? I think I've seen her before. I want to say that's his girlfriend. But yeah, this is so much like it's. I hesitate to say better. It's better, but in a different way. Like the original is good, but this is better. But because of the fact that it's different, they're kind of on equal playing fields, if that makes sense. Anyways, let's continue.
I'm not a zombie, but I feel like one. Today
I'm sorry. I just wanted to point out if you pay attention to certain phrases he says and what have you, he when he finishes some of his notes, he ends them with a cry, kind of. It's kind of a yodel pitch at the end, and it we call that a cry, and that's really technically difficult. A lot of people think that, you know, it's a voice crack, and I mean, technically it is, but it's not one that's out of control. It's intentional. And I really like that. It adds a lot more to the emotion.
windows, comatose, chemical days. My head is always spinning from this dizzy revision, and my stomach is hurting now. I feel like a lady that is pregnant with a baby, 'cause I'm always throwing up. And hi, my name is Ronnie. I'm an addict.
Oh, I love that octave layering.
Daddy should have never raised me on black Sabbath. I can feel it in my bones.
I love these builds that he put in these new versions.
Did I become so cold? For goodness sakes, where is my self-control? If home is where my heart is, then my heart has lost all. Will you mortals believe? I just want the world to bleed. Lost at the sight of your blood. I swear to God, I hear no thought. So God bless all of you now, 'cause I'm going straight to hell, and I'm taking you down with me.
So let's go back just a couple frames here. If you notice in this part, in the beginning of this part where he's on the cliff, he's ending a couple of the lines or sentences there, and he's actually using vibrato, which is not something you typically hear from him, and it's perfectly executed too. Just go back to that real quick, because it's really a phenomenal vibrato, and right about there should be fine.
So God bless all of you now, 'cause I'm going straight to hell.
Hell, like he's it's almost like a Brendan Urie kind of vibrato, except it's a lot more subtle, and I love the fact that it's subtle. It's not in your face.
And I'm taking you down with me, because you know damn well.
And also, I noticed during that part, he went more of like kind of an older school metal sound with his voice. He wasn't really trying to do the new age hardcore thing or the scene thing. it was kind of reminiscent, like the way he was ramping his voice up for a few of the lines there, like it, and it's all right here on this cliff so far, where he's ramping up his voice. And again, that's another intentional choice that he's making. And I think it adds really to the epicness of this song. Kind of takes me back to Metallica, Unforgiven, you know, songs like that, like really epic sounding songs. But yeah, I really like it. They're amazing choices. Let's keep going. I guess I'm going to need a parental advisory warning in this video.
Cause I love the way it feels when I sink into your skin and draw the only thing that's real. You don't believe me. Should I write it in blood? You better drive that fucking stake right down my heart and try and run, motherfucker. I'm a vampire.
Sorry, I don't mean to keep pausing. I just wanted to point out someone I know, because earlier today I was talking to them about this song. They've heard it. I hadn't. And they told me there's one part of the song where it just doesn't fit the song. And I believe that's what they were talking about, because they said that's the one part of the song they don't like. But I actually like that, where the singing wasn't melodic like the rest of the song, and the cadence was kind of off from the tempo and what have you. And I actually like that because it adds to the chaotic nature of the video, and what I'm assuming is the chaotic nature of the lyrics and their meaning behind them. I don't know enough about Ronnie to even start to try and understand. Excuse me. It's getting late here. But I'm not even going to start to try and understand where he was coming from with writing this song. It makes me feel a lot of different emotions, which I'm not really capable right now of articulating. But the way that he did that, as a matter of fact, we'll go back and we'll listen to it one more time. But basically where he's screaming that part, you know, it's not a melodic scream. It's not part of the singing, and it's not the same kind of screaming that you would typically hear in hardcore rock. It's almost like a panicked scream. It very much so adds to the emotion of the song. So let's go ahead and listen to that again, and hopefully I won't pause again.
Should I write it in blood? You better drive that fucking stake right down my heart.
This part.
And try and run, motherfucker. I'm a vampire.
Okay, I promise this will be the last time. I just wanted to point out this imagery here. So he's up on the cliff in his full black suit, and he's screaming at the top of his lungs. And it's kind of going along with the music. It's kind of not. And I actually like that, just like before, because it really adds to the emotion. But then he's kind of just standing there, kind of emotionless in the hallway, if you will, inside the mansion. And I've seen a couple of stream clips of Ronnie, and a couple of interviews with Ronnie, and like recent ones. And I kind of feel like that this is like kind of portraying Ronnie like inside and out, whereas the version of him that's on the cliff in the suit screaming is his inside self, and then the one standing in the hallway in the mansion is kind of his outward self, because that's kind of how he seems when he's, you know, on Twitch and doing interviews. He seems very, you know, reserved and what have you. But you know, by listening to his music, he's got a lot more going on in his head than what he portrays on stream and what have you. And yeah, I think this kind of looks like a perfect allegory. I think allegory is the right word. I'm not sure. I'm not going to say I'm the best with English, even though it's my first language. But it's a perfect imagery. It's perfect imagery of what you picture his mind being like, and the struggles that he goes through mentally. Anyways, I promised that would be the last time I paused. Let's try to get through this. Oh my God. Wow. All right. That was an awesome video. I am very happy you guys suggested I watch that and react to it. I don't have enough words for it. There's so much going on in it. There's so much emotion to it. And it's so different than the original. And like I said, with The Drug in Me is Reimagined, I want to see more of these. Like, I really do. But with that said, you guys keep commenting, keep, you know, suggesting things for me to react to, because I really like doing this, because I really love music, and that I haven't really kind of been in the music game in a while. So if you keep suggesting songs for me to react to, I will keep doing it. I love it. And especially stuff that I've never heard, stuff that, you know, may not be in my wheelhouse, because I mostly listen to rock music. I think the only real hip hop I've ever listened to is Outkast, long time ago. And honestly, I really got into that because of my older brother. It had nothing to do with the fact that I did or did not like them. And yeah. So thank you so much for watching. And feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.